This is the reminder move for ATM lesson number 183, Lying on the Feet, part 1. Please lie on your back and gently scan yourself. Pay particular attention to your feet and how they feel in comparing your right side to your left. So you can scan to notice where you lift away from the floor, where you press down into the floor, what type of contact you have with the ground, but more importantly, how your right foot feels compared to your left. And maybe there isn't a difference. Maybe you can't tell a difference, and that's okay. So would you please sit up? Sit in a way that the right sole of your foot faces the left sole of your foot. Your knees will kind of flop to the outside, semi-Indian style. Now, if you have to sit with your legs long, that's totally fine. Sit in any way that's particularly comfortable. But begin pulling your left little toe with your right hand. And you're going to do this in a way that you pull out away from your foot and then bend your toe down and in towards the sole of your foot. And then let that go. So pull, and then bend the pad of your foot towards the sole of your foot so that you feel a stretch in the top of your foot. And then begin pulling your little toe and your second toe. And do this over and over again, easy in the same fashion. So pull and then bend. Pull and then bend. And you know, if your toes are kind of funky and they point off in different directions or different angles, you can twist a little bit, you can bend to the right, bend to the left, bend backwards a little bit, and then pull out and then come down. Whatever it takes to make that top of your foot a little bit more flexible, to be able to bend the pad of your toes down towards the sole of your foot. And then add in your third toe. And then again your fourth toe. And continue until you're pulling all of your toes as a unit, all of your small toes. And then feel the top of your foot bending and getting longer and longer. And then take your right thumb and slide it between the toes and your big toe. And as you bend your four toes down and in, with your left hand, bend your big toe backwards. So it's kind of like doing the toe splits. And then leave this alone, lie on your back and rest. And compare the two of your feet. And your foot may feel lighter, or longer, or bigger, or softer, or even more alive. And then come back on up to sitting, and we'll do the same thing with the opposite side. So sit in a way that you can have the sole of your left foot facing the sole of your right foot. And again, your knees flops to the outside, Indian style, with your opposite leg long, or whatever way is comfortable for you. And begin pulling your right little toe with your left hand. And you pull in a way that you can lengthen your toe away from the center, and then gently touch the pad of your toe towards the sole of your foot. So the top of your foot gets longer. And then add in the second toe. And then the third toe. And the fourth toe, in a way that eventually you're pulling all of your toes down and in, and then taking your big toe backwards. And then leave this alone, lie on your back and rest. Now again, would you please bend your knees and stand your feet flat on the floor. And begin to slowly slide your right hand down and to the right. So you begin bending at the waist, so that your right hand slides down into the arch created by your right leg, as if you're going to put your hand on the front of your right ankle. Now, to make this a little bit easier, you're going to turn your toes in and turn your heels outwards, and then come back up. So very gently, bending at the waist, bending at the ribs, bending soft in the chest, sliding your head to the right. Slide your arm down so that your right hand goes through the arch created by your right leg and then towards the front of your right ankle. Now continue doing this movement, but begin slowly sliding to the right. And as you slide down towards the right with your right hand going towards your right ankle, catch the front of your right ankle with your right hand and then begin to push on your left foot and lift your pelvis so that you can bring your pelvis under your pelvis over the top of your foot and your foot under your pelvis. So your right knee is going to drop to the outside as you slide your right foot underneath your pelvis and then take it back out. So nice and easy, sliding your right foot as your right knee drops to the outside. Your right foot comes underneath your pelvis and then back out. Now the next time you do this, slide your right foot underneath your pelvis as far as you can get it comfortably. Hold on with your right hand onto your right front of your right ankle. And then slowly, slowly, slowly lengthen your left leg so your left leg is long and your right foot is underneath your pelvis. And just lie on your back, breathe nice and easy. And then let your left leg bend, slide your right leg out, and then let your legs go long and rest. Now, this time, would you slowly bend your knees and have your feet flat on the floor, and begin to slowly slide towards your left, down and in, just like you were doing with the right, so that your left hand is going to go through the arch created by your left leg, as if you're going to put your left hand onto the front of your left ankle. You bend at the waist, soften your chest, soften your neck. Turn your heels towards the outside to make it slightly easier on yourself. Toes point in. And the next time you slide down to the left, catch the front of your left ankle with your left hand and begin to slide your left foot underneath your pelvis and then back out to standing. And again, your left knee drops to the outside. You can push down slightly with your right foot to lift your pelvis up off of the ground. And then bring it back out to standing. Now again, last time, as you slide your left foot underneath your pelvis, somewhere about midline, so in between your two butt cheeks, let your right leg slowly, slowly slide out long and just lie there and rest for a moment. And then slowly, slowly bend your right knee, have your right foot standing. Let your left foot come out from underneath your pelvis, let your legs go long, lie on your back and rest. So this is a fantastic lesson called Lying on the Feet. There is a part 2. It builds upon this in different positions, And this carries really nicely into the lessons, the 7 lesson series of heels under the pelvis. So those are ATM190 through about 197. So this is a great precursor to that. Fantastic lesson series. Will absolutely change your life in more ways than one. So let me know what you think of this lesson. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Take care of yourself, and have a great night. Bye now.